Charlie Hunnam takes on gripping role as Ed Gein in Monster Season 3 on Netflix. Charlie Hunnam, the 44-year-old actor best known for his iconic role as Jax Teller in Sons of Anarchy, is once again immersing himself in a captivating and complex role for his latest project. On Friday, January 24, 2025, the actor was spotted arriving on set in Los Angeles, ready to dive deep into his portrayal of the infamous serial killer Ed Gein for the highly anticipated third season of Ryan Murphy's Netflix anthology series Monster. The sight of Charlie Hunnam with a bloodied face as he arrived on set made it clear that the transformation into Gein, known as the Butcher of Plainfield, was well underway. In true method acting fashion, Charlie was fully in character, embodying the chilling persona of the notorious figure who haunted the small town of Plainfield, Wisconsin in the 1950s. Charlie Hunnam's dedication to the role of Ed Gein. The actor's commitment to the role is evident in his carefully crafted look for the part. Dressed in an olive green shirt and brown pants, Charlie's attire on set echoed the simple utilitarian clothing that Ed Gein would have worn. His appearance, accentuated by the bloodied marks on his face, was designed to reflect the brutal and disturbing nature of the crimes Gein committed, which included exhuming bodies from local graveyards to create horrific and macabre items from human skin and bones. Ed Gein's crimes became infamous not only because of the gruesome nature of his actions but also because of the eerie way in which he used human remains in his personal life. Gein's deeply disturbed actions shocked the nation and provided inspiration for several infamous horror characters, including Norman Bates from Psycho and Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. His case has been the subject of numerous books, documentaries and film adaptations, with the real-life horror of his actions continuing to captivate both true crime enthusiasts and horror fans alike. For Charlie Hunnam, playing such a complex and disturbing character requires not only physical transformation but also a deep emotional investment in the psychology of the individual. In interviews, Hunnam has discussed the challenge of portraying real-life figures with such tragic and dark histories, acknowledging the responsibility of respectfully and accurately depicting their lives on screen. It's clear that, much like his previous roles, Hunnam is committed to bringing depth and nuance to the portrayal of Ed Gein. Monster Season 3, the anthology's unflinching exploration of true crime. Monster is Ryan Murphy's compelling anthology series that delves into the stories of some of the most notorious criminals in American history. Each season focuses on a different criminal and the shocking crimes that captivated the public's attention. The first season of Monster, titled Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story, focused on the chilling life of the Milwaukee cannibal Jeffrey Dahmer, played by Evan Peters. The show became a massive success, both critically and commercially, with Peters receiving widespread acclaim for his performance. The series also sparked renewed discussions about the victims of Dahmer's crimes and the failures of law enforcement in the case. Now for the third season, Murphy is turning his attention to Ed Gein. Although Gein's story is not as widely known as that of Dahmer or other serial killers, his gruesome crimes left an indelible mark on both the true crime community and popular culture. The third season of Monster will delve into Gein's disturbing actions, as well as the cultural and psychological factors that may have shaped his life and crimes. As the Butcher of Plainfield, Ed Gein's legacy is one of horror and fascination. Gein's actions were so bizarre and unsettling that they have had a lasting impact on the way we think about crime and the minds behind them. His story is one of deep psychological trauma, which is essential to understanding why he committed the heinous acts that he did. Gein's upbringing in a deeply religious and isolated household, his strained relationship with his domineering mother, and his eventual descent into madness will all play a part in the narrative of Monster Season 3. The impact of Gein's crimes on American culture. Ed Gein's crimes have had a profound influence on American horror fiction, inspiring countless films, television shows, and books. The chilling idea of creating grotesque objects from human remains and the unsettling psychological profile of a man who was both a murderer and a grave robber have made Gein a fixture in the lexicon of true crime and horror. His influence can be seen in many of the most iconic characters in horror history, from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho to Tobe Hooper's The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The character of Leatherface, for instance, is said to have been inspired by Gein's gruesome hobby of skinning bodies to make masks and clothing. Gein's story is also central to the conversation around mental health and the nature of evil. While many serial killers are driven by a combination of psychological, environmental, and personal factors, Gein's story stands out because of the extreme isolation and psychological trauma he experienced. Raised by an overbearing mother who instilled in him a distorted view of gender and sexuality, Gein's descent into violence seems to have been partly a reaction to his upbringing and an attempt to process deep-seated feelings of guilt, shame, and confusion. the role of true crime in modern pop culture. In recent years, true crime has become one of the most popular genres in both television and film. Shows like Making a Murderer, The Keepers, and the Ted Bundy tapes have fascinated audiences with their deep dives into the lives of real-life criminals. Monster fits perfectly into this trend, but it also raises important questions about the ethical implications of making entertainment out of real-life tragedies. While the fascination with criminal behavior is undeniable, it's crucial to remember the victims of these crimes and the lasting impact on their families and communities. For Hunnam, the role of Ed Gein offers an opportunity to explore these themes in a nuanced and thoughtful way. The actor has expressed his commitment to portraying his character with sensitivity, ensuring that the complexities of Gein's story are presented in a way that is both respectful to the victims and engaging for the audience. Charlie Hunnam's career evolution. Charlie Hunnam's portrayal of Ed Gein is just the latest in a career filled with diverse and challenging roles. After rising to fame with Sons of Anarchy, Hunnam has continued to take on characters that push him as an actor. From action roles in films like Pacific Rim to more dramatic performances in The Lost City of Z, Hunnam has built a reputation for his versatility and depth as a performer. Hunnam's approach to acting has always been one of dedication and immersion in his roles. Whether he's playing a brooding outlaw or a serial killer, the actor has an uncanny ability to transform into his characters fully. This commitment to his craft has earned him critical praise and a loyal fanbase, eager to see what he does next.